Hello, I'm Samantha Brandfun, the Emergency Manager for the VA Ann Arbor Healthcare System.
And I'm Captain Matthew Hester with the VA Ann Arbor Police.
This video is intended to provide some helpful guidance for all supervisors who are required to complete the Department Operational, Instructional, and Training Guide, also known as a DO-IT Guide, specifically on disruptive or threatening behavior, including active threat response. Please note that this video is not intended to be viewed by all staff in lieu of actually completing the DO-IT Guide. The intention is for supervisors to watch this video in preparation for the completion of this guide with their staff. This specific exercise is expected to be completed with every service across the VA Ann Arbor healthcare system. Due to the topic, police are here to assist with outlining some of the core issues and to address some questions we anticipate your team asking. This guide is just one of the many hazard topics that are integrated into the DO-IT program. For more general information on the DO-IT program, please review the DO-IT program overview video.
As their supervisor, your role is to review the guide in advance of your facilitation of the discussion-based exercise. Most of the correct responses are given to you in italics, though there are some questions which will require you to explore your own unique areas on campus.
It's important to note that not all threatening situations begin with a clear verbal or physical threat. Sometimes escalation is involved. This guide begins by reviewing procedures for situations where behavior is primarily disruptive but not very threatening. In those situations, a special assistance or a SAT may be more appropriate for response. Many staff are very familiar with SAT procedures.
We also wanted to use this guide to address how situations sometimes escalate and a higher level response becomes necessary. In those circumstances, it is important for staff to know the appropriate elevated response, which can be described simply as the 3 E's: evacuate, evade, and engage.
Captain Hester, when might a SAT or other training in de-escalation, such as prevention and management of disruptive behavior, be appropriate?
Well, when calling a SAT and using PMDB is appropriate if the person has not made specific and actionable threats, injured anyone, or brandished a weapon. During a SAT, police will arrive on scene. However, we generally do not become involved unless a crime has been committed.
Okay. Now, in extremely rare circumstances, should a situation be an active threat circumstance, staff must know evacuate, evade, and engage. And Captain Hester will provide some definitions for us.
So let's go over the 3 E's. Evacuate. If there is an escape route, evacuate immediately. Leave your belongings behind, prevent others from entering the area. When it is safe, contact your emergency responders, 52911 for Ann Arbor on-campus employees and 911 for off-campus employees. Evade. If you cannot evacuate, find a place to hide that is concealed from view, protected from shots fired, and non-confining. Turn your cell phone or pager to silent, not just vibrate. When it is safe, contact your emergency responders. Again, 52911 for Ann Arbor on-campus employees and 911 for off-campus employees. Engage. If you cannot escape or evade and the threat is in your immediate area, you should engage. Be aggressive, throw items, yell, improvise weapons. Commit to your actions. It is important that supervisors do not encourage one option over another, as each circumstance may be different. It is the staff member in that situation who is able to use the information available to them to make the best decision for themselves. This should be an overall discussion about options for employees, as no single answer fits all scenarios.
Patient care responsibilities may weigh heavily on your staff when considering their options. If staff have determined that either evacuating or evading is their safest option, staff should encourage ambulatory patients and others to move with them. Staff may also assist non-ambulatory people, but it's important that staff do not place themselves at additional risk by delaying their own action. Now, regarding emergency notifications, if staff are not in the immediately threatened area, they may be alerted to the ongoing situation through the VA notification system or overhead announcements. Registration information for VA notification system is included on the DO-IT guide and should be shared with your staff. We would also like to leave you with additional information should you have further questions. These resources will also describe the role of police during an active threat situation. PMDB training is available through the Workplace Violence Prevention Coordinator. Each staff member is also required to complete the Active Threat TMS module, and it is always available through the TMS portal. And that reference ID for the TMS is VA24638.
Police also provide face-to-face training during new employee orientation and may, upon request, provide face-to-face training in your area as availability allows. These quick reference active threat response procedure magnets were distributed throughout the healthcare system in 2015. If your area needs some, please contact the VA Police.
Active threat response procedures are also outlined in the facility-wide and service or area-specific emergency response plans. Thank you for viewing this video in preparation for completing the Do It Guide with your team. Once you have completed the training, you will need to send your completed guide with sign-in sheets to me. My email address can be located at the bottom of the Do It Guide.
If you have any further questions about procedures related to staff response to disruptive behavior or active threat, please contact the VA Ann Arbor Police at extension 53405.
Thank you.